These are the 10 times Steph Curry has completely destroyed, humiliated, and owned his opponents. But wait, don't miss our number 1 pick, which proves how Steph Curry is undeniably one of the greatest shooters of all time. Number 10, the Rocket Dismantler. It's January 22nd, 2022, and the Warriors and Rockets are tied at 103 with 5.1 seconds remaining. There's a hush over the Chase Center crowd of 18,000. They're nervous. Just 24 hours ago, the Warriors suffered one of their worst losses of the season to the Indiana Pacers, a team that was missing nearly all of their best players. But what Steph Curry did next would send the Dubs' home crowd into a frenzy. In today's video, we look at 10 times Steph Curry absolutely destroyed his opponents. After getting the feed from his teammates, Curry went to work. Porter Jr. played suffocating defense, bodying up Curry all over the perimeter. But he made one fatal mistake. He allowed Steph enough separation to get the shot off.
Ton of separation. Let's go home.
We all know how good he is in clutch situations. There's a reason Steph Curry's considered the greatest shooter of all time. Kevin Porter Jr. found that out the hard way. As Steph pulled up for the game-winning shot, all Porter Jr. could do was try and put a hand up, even though everybody knew it was going in. After hitting his first career buzzer-beating shot, Curry didn't get mobbed, he didn't stick around to interview with reporters. He simply ran to the locker room with his team following closely behind. The GOAT has left the building. Number 9. Steph Curry breaks CP3's ankles. In a game between the Warriors and the Clippers, LA's Chris Paul, CP3, thought he had things locked down defensively. Paul tightly guarded Curry near the paint just under the basket. He tried to crowd him and prevent Curry from having any space to shoot, but what Curry did next would make David Copperfield proud. Like a magician fooling his audience, Curry fooled Paul by quickly switching hands as he was dribbling the ball before pulling up and draining a smooth jumper.
Curry knocks down the jump shot. This guy is something special.
Curry ended up fooling CP3 so bad that he lost his footing and literally fell on his butt. But even though Steph made him look silly in that moment, CP3 shouldn't feel bad. Curry even made the king himself look like a rookie in the next moment on our list. Number 8. Steph frustrates the king. LeBron James has been considered the greatest player in today's NBA, and depending on who you ask when it comes to the whole MJ, Kobe, LeBron debate, he's arguably the greatest player in NBA history. But King James has had more than his fair share of struggles against Steph Curry and Golden State over the years, and one of the most embarrassing moments of his career came against Curry in the 2017 NBA Finals. The Cavs were already down big against the Warriors in Game 2, and down 0-1 in the series. Curry made an already bad night for Cleveland even worse, when he made LeBron James chase him all over the place near the paint. LeBron respects Steph's game, but he genuinely looked like a scared rookie who was in danger of tripping all over himself. Steph noticed this hesitation as he toyed with LeBron.
Curry off the dribble, layup off the glass!
Before banking a layup off the glass for what looked like an effortless bucket. But LeBron wasn't the only player that Steph had tied up in knots. Just ask Steph's next victim on this list. Number 7. Steph versus Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is one of the NBA's best defensive players, period. Over the course of his 12-year career, Gobert has been named an All-Star 3 times, an NBA All-Star 4 times, and he's also been an NBA leader in both blocking and rebounding as well. But when it comes to guarding Steph Curry, the 7-foot Frenchman has absolutely no chance. In Game 1 of the 2017 Western Conference semifinals, Curry's ball handling skills literally had Gobert spinning like a top. Even though he's 7'1", Gobert was actually guarding Curry pretty well. Until Steph decided to dribble the ball between his legs not once, but twice.
This is Game 1, Western Conference semifinals.
By the time Rudy saw where Steph was, it was too late to stop him. Curry blew past Gobert and did a layup that looked so easy he might as well have been doing it during a shoot-around before the game. It doesn't matter if it's King James or a former NBA Defensive Player of the Year, nobody can consistently shut down the baby-faced assassin. Sometimes Steph makes entire teams look stupid. Don't believe me? Check out this next one on our list. Number 6. Steph Curry versus the entire LA Clippers starting 5. If you're an LA Clippers fan, you may want to cover your eyes for this one, because what Steph did to them defies all explanation. It's like he was showing off just because he could. In a Sunday afternoon game against the Clips at home, Steph was being guarded by 2, sometimes 3 guys. But all he had to do in order to get them all tripping over themselves was a simple crossover.
Somehow holds on, fires up the 3. Watch his head coach though.
Before he casually strolled back behind the three-point line. From there, he launched an off-balance shot that looked like something you would do in your backyard or on the basketball court as a kid at recess. To nobody's surprise, it went in. Along with one of Mike Breen's signature calls, Jeff Van Gundy called it one of the best moves he's ever seen in his life. Gundy was a former NBA head coach for 10 years, with both the Knicks and the Rockets. If he says it's one of the greatest moves he's ever seen, who am I to argue with him? But even for as great as Steph was against the Clippers, I highly doubt that would be better than what's coming up next on the list. Number 5. Steph shows off his range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him, Curry is a threat to score from anywhere on the floor, and at any time. Whether it's splashing one home to beat OKC in primetime, dropping a half-court bomb against the Pacers going into halftime, or hitting from deep to make Clippers fans cry, defenders often look foolish when they try to guard him. If the game's greatest players struggle to guard the baby-faced assassin, other guys have next to no chance of stopping him, even when he tries to make the longest shot of his career.
What a spectacular move! And it's the largest lead of the game.
Number 4. Steph's longest shot ever. No matter when he decides to hang it up in the future, Curry will always be known as the greatest shooter of all time. He's also had countless memorable moments in both the regular season and NBA playoffs throughout his eventual Hall of Fame career. But few can match the longest shot he's ever made, a 62-foot full-court bomb against the Memphis Grizzlies. As the third quarter of Game 6 of the 2015 West Semis wound down, Memphis was locked in a tight game with Golden State. The Grizzlies only trailed by 5 at the time and desperately needed to keep up with the Warriors as the game went to the fourth quarter. But any hope Memphis had of keeping up with Golden State soon died. Curry stole the ball from veteran power forward Jeff Green, and with one gigantic heave sent up a prayer. The ball hung in the air for 3 solid seconds before finally finding the net and breaking the hearts of Grizzly fans everywhere. But even though that was a pressure-packed situation in the playoffs, Steph still knows how to hit big-time shots even while he's having fun with fans overseas. Number 3. Steph Curry, the Magician. Steph and several other NBA superstars toured Asia in 2017 and met fans from all over the continent. Although I don't know if all of them were happy, especially one fan who got faked out by one of the craziest tricks that Steph has ever pulled. You'd have to see it to believe it. In a pickup game over in China, Steph was being guarded by a fan as he dribbled the ball up court, before he suddenly stopped dribbling, tucked the ball under his shirt, and popped it out the back. After that, Steph did a trademark crossover and splashed home a deep fadeaway three-pointer to send the entire crowd into a frenzy. Number 2. Steph Curry, the Dancer. Not only does he use a basketball to pull off every shot and trick known to man, Steph Curry also can pull off some sick dance moves. In Game 1 of the 2022 Western Conference Finals, the Warriors held a slim 6-point lead in the third quarter over the Dallas Mavericks at home. But you'd be crazy for thinking Big D had any chance after Steph nailed back-to-back three-pointers. To add insult to injury for the Mavs, not only did Curry hit back-to-back threes to fire up the crowd and extend the lead, but he also started dancing. If you're a Golden State fan, dancing Steph Curry is a dream. But if you're a fan of any of the other 29 teams in the NBA, Curry dancing after hitting a three-pointer against your team is likely the start of a nightmare. Number 1. Just in the nick of time. Not only is Steph a nightmare for any team who faces him, no lead is ever safe when he's on the floor. Just ask the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pels trailed 2-0 against the Warriors in the playoffs, but looked like they were finally going to get back into the series, as they led Golden State by 5, 107-102, with just 17.4 seconds remaining. Steph and the Warriors absolutely destroyed their hopes though, after Curry made a 3 thanks to a quick catch and shoot. The Pelicans hit a free throw to make the score 108-105. But someone completely forgot how to play defense in the final seconds of regulation.
Go for 3, comes up short, offensive rebound, Curry!
As Curry launched another one from the corner while falling out of bounds. Bang! After tying up the game, the Warriors went on to beat the Pelicans in overtime in the Big Easy. New Orleans let a rare chance to beat the Golden State slip right through their fingers. If you think that's intense, you will be shocked to find out some of the craziest purchases by NBA players.